Welcome, guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel or my podcast. I haven't done this in a while. But yeah, I am back. It's been a while. Uh, uh, yeah. Had a haircut. Um, so yeah. Um, and I've got a new setup. Well, I will be getting a new setup soon, but so far, this is my setup. I might get better camera quality. I don't have the best camera quality. I'm not good at editing videos. But, yeah, it's like me saying, link in the description. I don't have the YouTube. But it will expand. It just takes time. So, yeah. But enough about that. I am back. And we are going to be talking about the bold and the beautiful. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, come on now. The show couldn't get worse. It couldn't get worse. It couldn't get worse, right? You're wrong. It gets worse. The whole, okay, where do I start? Finn, they think Poppy is Finn's. They think Luna is Finn's daughter. Finn's got to be at least 10, 15 years old when she was born. Because that doesn't make any sense. I'm just saying, it doesn't make any sense that she had a child. Also, if Luna's 20, someone in the comments, someone wrote, another person on YouTube, I sent a message or whatever, they said that Luna was 20. But wouldn't RJ be 30? Not that it means anything, but just interesting. He dates someone that's 20. Not something bad. As long as you're over the consenting age, that's all that matters. But I'm just saying, none of this make any sense. Does that mean that he slept with his own auntie? I know that they say, oh yeah, Finn's mum is not, that's his step parents. But keep in mind, Lee and Jack were his step parents, right? They're still his parents, so that would mean that even though it's not blood related, that would mean because Lee's sister is Poppy, that would mean that's his auntie. So he slept with his auntie. Even though it's not blood related, he slept with his auntie. Let. That's what they're saying. That Poppy is, that Luna is Finn's child, but Poppy's been keeping this a secret and that. She's kept a secret that she slept with her step-nephew. I'm just saying, it's so stupid. You think this show couldn't get any worse? Well, you're wrong. It gets worse. It should have ended at Portofilio. Like I said, Taylor died, then Ridge and Brooke get together. The whole scene. Macy's alive, and with Sally again. I can't believe they killed her off with the chandelier. I know that she's not dead, she's still in a coma, but we know she dies. She doesn't come back. I don't even know if they even mention she died. They go to the hospital and they're like, your daughter's dead. It doesn't make any sense. And they throw away, season 16 and season 17. Gotta be the worst, especially season 17. Season 16 is pretty insufferable because the show is already as bad as it is. But now it seems more insufferable because it just they're bringing in characters which we know they're going to throw away. They do this all the time, unless it's Brooke, Steffi, Hope, Ridge, Eric, Katie, and sometimes they throw her away as well. This show doesn't mean anything. Really? Like, they throw away. I think Liam came back, but he was gone for like 6 months. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was a personal reason. But yeah, they've gone through like 3 different tailors, like 2 different ridges, 3 if you count that one that was the on the show for like 3 weeks, 2 weeks or whatever, 3 weeks when Ron Moss was away. I can't believe they did that. They could have just like had him away and they had a different ridge, or he went away or something on a business trip, but whatever. Yeah. And in season 17, Ridge is dead. And what does Brooke do? She cries. Obviously, I understand that. She'd be, and then she goes and sleeps with Nick. And he's not even been buried in the ground. Like, there hasn't even been a funeral, and she's already slept with him. Like, what? Like, what? This is so stupid. Like, this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I haven't watched that episode yet because I'm in the midst of doing this video. But yeah, it's so stupid. I can't believe that they killed Macy with the chandelier. Also, it was like a random character too. This is not like a character that lasts 10 years or something. This is a character that lasts maybe 6 months or a year. I don't know how long Oscar? I can't remember his name. I think his name's Oscar. Owen. Oscar. No, it's not Owen. They have an Owen on the show. I think his name's Oscar. But yeah, he barely even lasts on the show. He doesn't last at all. And they got this other character, Samantha, too, which we know she's not gonna last. She's gonna last like 6 months or whatever as well. And then they're gonna toss her away. Like, she doesn't mean anything. They kind of tossing, like, that side story with Jackie and Massimo and them getting married. It's like the show is fixated on Nick, Brooke, and Ridge. It's like this triangle, and the whole Macy and Amber story. Like, I was so done with the whole Amber and Macy story. It was so fucking stupid. Like, seriously. Like, the whole baby situation, her having custody of little Eric, and this is so stupid. Like, this doesn't make any sense. The whole, like, Brooke thing getting kidnapped, being in that van did not make any sense. How did they not know she was there? And, like, the whole, like, it's like Rick is the worst character on the show at the moment, because it's like when he's, like, being a bitch to Amber. Like, Amber is insufferable. I don't really give a flying fuck about Amber, per se. I think this is, like, one of her worst seasons, besides season 13, where she drowned her baby. Like, this is a pretty insufferable season of Amber. But Rick is worse than Amber. Like, you're the one that brought Deacon into this fucking, like, picture. It's not Amber. I feel bad for her because you're blaming her, even though she is insufferable, for kidnapping the kid and that. It was, like, so stupid. Like, she could have had, like, I don't know. It's ridiculous. I guess Karma's a bitch with Macy, because she was just going to take their children. I feel like with Macy, I like Macy because I like that she can stand her ground and she knows what's best. I'm kind of upset that they killed her off. Of course, that's the one they killed. She was the least insufferable in the season, in my opinion, anyway. I don't think Deacon was as bad. I think in the start of it, he wasn't. He was pretty insufferable with his drunk and his obsession with Brooke. It was weird. Yeah, I don't like this season. This season is trash. Also, how did Sheila give birth? Like, did she escape prison when she had the baby? It looks like that baby just came out of the womb. Or she's holding. It looked like it's only like barely even 2 months old. Like, because when did her and Mosimo sleep together? They slept like in like September, October of last year. That would mean that like, I don't know, like Baby was born like, when was this produced? In October as well. Baby was born in like August. That doesn't make sense. Unless the baby was born in August, I don't know. Show is so stupid half the time. Another Mosimo in the family. What is it? Mosimo's like nephew or whatever, like Oscar. Yeah. And what is Samantha? What's she got to do with the show? It's like she's just in the show. I don't even think she's even related. I thought she was related to them or something. She's not even related to them. She's like an old lost friend or whatever. An old lost friend who was never mentioned again. Yeah. I like one good thing about this season. I like that they got rid of uh what's her name? Susan Flannery's wig. It looked ridiculous. I'm glad they're not doing the whole wig stories. So I'm glad when they brought Taylor back they didn't put her in a wig. That was stupid. Fuck. But then there's more insufferable things like and that scene with them stuck on the island, that was barely even a thing. Like, she got stuck there for like one day. It's like, that's barely anything. She was already uh, at Stephanie's house going, yeah, you put me in Nick on the island. I think Stephanie's kind of going downhill too. She's pretty insufferable in this season. Like, she's not as bad. This season is very insufferable. Like, I do miss season 15 because it was kind of good. It was actually pretty good, pretty decent. I like the whole build up with Ridge and working with the Spectres and the Maronis and coming together and reuniting. I liked that the Stephanie and Eric were just friends and Mosimo and her were just friends. I liked the whole Taylor helping Amber out and she sacrificed herself and died, and I just like the whole build up with that. The Brooke thing was alright, like her sleeping with her daughter. It was intriguing, but it was insufferable story. Um, but this season 16 and 17, go fuck themselves because it's shit. Like, it's like two writers writing at once. Like, you don't even know who's writing the damn show half the time. It's like, well, majority of it must be Brad Bell because it's awful writing. They killed Macy. Why would you bring her back and then kill her off? And then they don't even explain, like, when she does die, they don't even show her dying. It's like, oh yeah, she's dead. Like, I'm pretty sure. And like, why would you leave her in the coma? Just kill her off instantly then. It's stupid anyway, but don't put her in a coma because that would just look stupid. It just wastes storytelling. It just wastes it. The narrative of it is so insufferably corrupted. Like, and like, the whole like Thorn with Darla, like what the? But I understand what they were doing with Darla. They were trying to give her a story because she hasn't had a story in like 16 years. So I get what they were trying to do, but it was stupid. It was a stupid move. It looked dumb as fuck. Like that was an insult. I did like that she divorced Macy. Like that was smart writing there. I did like that she divorced Thorn and she didn't go to him, and then she took her time to go for it. Like that was good. I liked that. You can tell that was was that William there writing? But holy fuck, this show is so insufferable. Oh. It's hard to watch it. I do like the whole Jackie and Nick, like the characters, like the whole the development. Like, we got some new characters. We don't need Samantha. She's a boring character. She doesn't fit the role very well. Throw away. She's very boring. Like, I couldn't keep. Like, she's the most. What I think she's the most boring character that I've watched so far. Apart from Paris and what was that other girl's name? Zoe, and that was a boring story. Shit. And not because they were black. It was because they were just boring. You know. There's not barely any black characters on this show. There's barely any LGBTQ representation at all. Amber and Rick's marriage is falling apart. You know, Rick deserves to be suffered because he brought Deacon along. It's like the show doesn't remember that. It's like, oh yeah, what happened? No, Macy, oh yeah, Rick bought Deacon because he wanted to split CJ and have guardianship of little Eric. Like, so insufferable. And they've thrown CJ away too. Like, he's not even a character anymore. He's like background. He's not even background. He's just, I don't know what happened to him. They're going to throw. This is the last kind of main Sally season before she gets tossed to the side as a recurring character. She's not going to become a main character. She'll be like a guest after season 17. I'm glad I've nearly finished the show. I will rank each season of Bold and the Beautiful. Still waiting for fucking season 9 and season 11 and 12 and a bit of season 10 and majority of season 18. I have watched majority of it, but, well, the end of it anyway. So, yeah. Yeah, I can't believe that Finn slept with his own auntie, his step-auntie. Because at the time, did he just think they were his parents or what? No, he knew that he was adopted. But still, like, that's like the whole Bridge and Ridge thing. Like, their brother and sister, they slept with one another. It's a similar thing, but it's with his auntie. This show doesn't care about incestuous things. It doesn't. It does not care whatsoever. Like, undoubtedly the most dumbest show I have ever watched in human history. Like, I did like that Ridge slap. I did like Brooke slap Ridge. He deserved it. I love that scene. I've watched that scene like 5 times already, where Brooke slaps Ridge and then she pushes Taylor. It's what she deserves. I hate Taylor so much. I used to love her, like, not love her, but I liked her. But when she came back in 2005, when they brought her back the second or third, or whatever, the second time, I guess I wouldn't say the third time. She died the third time, but she's still on the show. But the second time, but anyway, when she comes back in 2005, she becomes the most insufferable bitch I've ever seen in my life. Like, oh, Taylor is so insufferable. This Taylor is the worst too. I can't keep up with these stupid Taylors. They're driving me mad. Like, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with this insufferability. It is tiresome. But yeah, that was my That's all I've got to say about Bold and Beautiful. Trying to think of one. Oh, and Luna. Like Luna being in Bill's house. How do they not know she's in the house? That doesn't make sense. They would know she was living in that house. That doesn't make sense. But anyway, whatever. What the fuck? Who cares about the show? I hope this show goes kills themselves. I'm kidding. But anyway, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, please subscribe, turn the notification, and click the bell beside you. I love you guys so much. I'm sorry for being away for a while. I needed that break. I was going through a lot. But yeah, I am back now. Better than ever. So, yeah. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye!